Call of Duty.
Greatest game of all time.
You know the greatest show of all time would be?
Zombies. They're bees that are undead.
This trailer looks great.
Like the bluest blue I've ever seen.
How much more black could this be? And the answer is none.
Gotta watch one more.
The best TV deserves the best TV. Introducing Samsung SUHD TV with more color than ever before.
Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where we take trade paperbacks as single issues and we break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then we read it dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective company. We've been following a certain arc here at the Comic Story Inn channel, namely the one of Damian Wayne's death, resurrection, and how he suddenly got superpowers. Well, it's time for us to finish that one up. When we last left off, Damian was revived and he was granted these superpowers. If you want to know what happened there, we'll link both previous videos right now. It's the night. Time to patrol. And Bruce Wayne is fast asleep. Damian has been granted superpowers and is currently excited to get out there and patrol it. So he's standing over his father, just waiting for him to wake up. This is going to be great. Things begin quickly with Damian just walking into bullets as he walks right up to criminals and crushes their guns. He then turns back to Batman. I'm flying home, and he takes off. But Batman grabs Damian by his bootlaces and tells him, beat on the ground. As father and son drive back to the Batcave, Damian gets a pout on his face. I didn't ask for these powers. It's like you're punishing me for having them. Batman doesn't even take his eyes off the road. You need to learn about risk and unnecessary risk. Guess which one you keep choosing. That night, another nightmare wakes Damian from his sleep. His dead grandfather, his dead mother, all of those clones of him that he had to kill. Why isn't he dead? A scared young boy waking from a nightmare with powers can be hazardous to the house as Damian flies through the ceiling and into Alfred's floor. He then walks out of the room and into the night air as Alfred sips his tea. He beat his mother Talia, and while he's supposed to be dead, he isn't. Why? So he takes off into the sky again to try and sort the whole thing out himself, get a breath of fresh air. At first, Batman wants to track him, but Alfred suggests that they give the young lad some time. Let him just think it out for himself. So he rockets at speeds faster than anyone knew he could even go, and he flies straight to his mother's lab where she tinkered with his DNA and she created his clone brothers and him. Using his strength, he tears apart the lab with his bare hands. What made him special? Why is he the one test tube child that got to live and got to go with Batman? But his work isn't done. Damian swims straight down to Atlantis, where Aquaman is keeping the last remaining Damian Wayne clones. Aquaman gives the experiments to Damian as a gesture of goodwill, and Damian swims straight back to the surface and to a deserted island, where he sets all of his twisted brothers free. They didn't want this. He didn't want this. But at least they can help each other. The next thing he does is return back to Gotham, and at top speed, he picks up every member of the Batman Rogue Gallery who isn't already in jail. He ties them up and he flies straight up into the atmosphere where he tells them things have changed, and they need to tell the rest of crime in Gotham. But just as the criminals are truly beginning to sweat, his powers finally fail him, and he can't hold them any longer. A look of panic strikes his face as he watches them begin to plummet to Earth, and then he sighs a breath of relief as the Batjet flies by and picks them all up. Batman flies right back up to Damian, and he tells him, "You need to land now." Bruce takes Damian on a fishing trip the next day, where he explains the full story of his revival, how he scoured the globe looking for a way to revive him, and how he eventually came across the Chaos Shard, which shared visions of the future with him. Bruce thinks that the Shard reacted to his love for Damian, and basically granted a wish by bringing back the boy. As frustrating as the whole situation is for Damian, he understands what his father is going through. At least he tries to. So they test Damian further and further. He has super strength, flight, speed, and expanded lung capacity, and he can't feel pain. Once it's all said and done, Batman makes a quick trip up to the Justice League Watchtower And after Damian throws another tantrum because Batman didn't bring him with him, Batman returns and asks him to put the bat signal down so that they can go to the Justice League Tower together. Up in the headquarters of the Justice League, Damian meets Superman and Shazam, and he learns exactly what the Justice League does. They watch everything from their monitors until an alarm goes off. There's a threat on an island near Japan, and it'll take the entire Justice League to stop it. Plus, their newest super friend, Damian. What they find there is a giant robot on a deserted island attacking the wildlife. And after it shocks Shazam, Batman reads that there's not a living being inside. So he makes the call, and he tells everyone to attack it. And Robin, don't hold back. Use everything that you've got. Robin begins to swing with all of his might, and he pushes himself farther than ever before. As the fight barrels on, he even learns that he has heat vision, and he teams up with Superman to blast various parts of the robot off. But the robot drops Superman with a superpowered blast. So Shazam takes point, yelling that it'll take more than lightning to drop Shazam. Robin falls in behind him, asking him to get the monster's mouth wide open so that he can blast it with